In today's video, I want to share a real life story of a Nigerian man that came to the UK with his wife. I'm going to tell you what happened. Most times when people want to travel abroad, they have high hopes. They are starting a new chapter, it's a new beginning, everything is going to be fine. And this was the case of this family. So back home, they were married and they have two kids. Life was very hard. They were struggling. So they decided that it's best for them to travel abroad and that life will become better. So the man had to sell the two plots of land that he has, the only landed property that he has, so that they can facilitate the journey, right? So they sold the property and they moved to the UK. They have their bucket list of what they want to achieve. Everyone does. Their plan is that when they come to the UK and work, they can acquire as many land as they want. They can build houses, things will be better, right? So when they came to the UK, the man was the one on a work visa. The wife had to pick a job. The first struggle, the first challenge that they had was childcare challenge. So you know that in the UK it's not easy. When you have child, you really have to plan around it. It's either you're working, your partner will stay at home and vice versa. That's the only way to, like, the best way to navigate it, right? So this man um had to, go to four times work in a week. His work is four times. Now the wife found a job, and she too, she also wants to be working. She doesn't want to like be a stay-at-home wife. So she too, she found a job and she was working. And they were alternating it, when it's, trying to make sure that childcare is covered. But the major challenge is when it comes to when any of the child becomes sick and someone needs to take them to the hospital, or someone needs to stay at home with them, the husband will tell the wife, can you stay at home? And then she will say that she has always been the one bending, been the one adjusting. Probably while they were in Nigeria, she has always been the one staying at home and doing all of that. But now she came to the UK, maybe she became wiser, she made new friends, I don't know. And then she started telling the husband that she has always been the one bending the rules, like adjusting, that she too has to adjust. So, she was picking extra shifts and all of that. And so it was really causing problem between the husband and wife, because everybody wants to work. But at the end of the day, when it comes to paying the bill, the wife would say, I'm only taking care of the food. You are the man of the house. You pay all the bills. It's up to you. So the man would be the one paying all the bills, while the woman only buy food stuff. So according to the man, mind you, this is a one-sided story. We only heard from the man. So according to the man, he said that it's making him not to have savings, because imagine paying the house rent, all the bills, council tax, water tax, and all of that. He won't have enough to spare. He won't even have enough to save. But the wife insisted that it's the man's responsibility. He should be the one to take care of the bills. So she was saving her own money. So, well, from the story, we heard that the lady built two houses back home in Nigeria, and she built all the houses in her own name. She did not include the husband's name. So she built one for her parents and one for herself. And in between all this, their sexual life, their love life was nothing to write home about. So one day the man confronted the woman. The man asked her why she's always avoiding, their intimacy and all of that. And the woman said that she never enjoyed it, that all this time she has been pretending that she never enjoys it, that she didn't know how to do. And this kind of thing has a way of affecting the man's ego. The man did say that it affected his ego, right? So, yeah, he felt so sad. He felt so devastated. He even felt so ashamed. hearing this from his wife. But yeah, one day, the woman came back home and told the man that he got a new job in another city, and that she will be moving to another house. She has already rented another house in her name, so she had already planned it out. She didn't want the man to relocate with them. She just wants to like end the marriage. So literally, the man has been in the marriage all by himself, while this lady was saving and making plans for herself alone. So she found another job and she moved to another city with their kids. So the man, felt so bad, and according to the man, she said that the wife changed. They came to a new environment, a new culture, and the wife adapted so fast, like she changed. But he was busy, you know, thinking that everything was okay. He was busy catering for the family, holding a life for both of them, while the woman now has extra money to use and plan for her own life. But the man, was there holding the family together with no savings, nothing to even boost off. So now, financially, this woman is bigger than him. Emotionally, physically, and otherwise, this woman is bigger than him, and now he is filled with so much regret. And remember, why he was coming, there are some families, when their son are traveling outside, they will advise them, oh, don't bring your wife, don't bring your wife, because once you bring them here, they will become wiser and all of that. He was advised against bringing his wife to the UK. So he was kind of filled with regret, saying that if he had known, he would have listened. He wouldn't have brought the wife abroad. He would have listened to the family members. So this is a very, very, very sad story. And I don't know what you think. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that maybe something have happened, because this is a one-sided story? Maybe if I have heard from the wife, I would have know better, but it's just a one-sided story. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know. Do you think that maybe the man was not treating the woman right? Do you think that all the fault is from the woman? Or do you think that there is something that we don't know yet? Do you think that this story is not well put together? Is there something missing out that the man did not share? Why will the woman do all of this? Why will she suddenly abandon the man that brought her to the UK? Why will she start to build a life of her own? I mean, let me know in the comments. So when all these things happened, the man realized that this woman had already left in her heart long ago. Most times before you carry out an action, you've already planned everything. So long ago, the woman, even though she's still living in his house, but she's done marrying him. She already knew this in his heart. But this man was just a fool. That's what he said, that he's just a fool. He didn't even realize that he's the only one left in the marriage. So now he's trying to rebuild himself. He's not going to fix what happened because the woman has already left him. So this is not the time to change what happened. He cannot even change anything, but he can only rewrite the next chapter, right? So it's time for him to start rebuilding himself. It's time for him to learn from what happened moving forward. So he knows that he cannot rewrite the past, but he can write a new chapter. Hopefully, maybe when he falls in love again, this time he's going to get it right. There is this saying that when people fall in love and they don't marry right, that you can retrace your step and marry right. I don't know. What do you think? So at times, there are people that fall in love and they ended up falling in love with the wrong person, but when everything clear for their eyes, they're going to retrace their step. So according to this man, this is his own story. His love story wasn't a good one, but he said that moving forward, maybe it will help him to, marry right. So in conclusion, most times when people travel abroad, they ended up growing together while some other people grew apart. For most people, traveling abroad changes who they become. There are so many stories. There are so many stories in this diaspora of couple tearing apart, breaking apart for one reason or the other. And I don't know why this is on the increase. So the question here is, when life changes your partner, will you be ready to change too? I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ali. For now, you take care. Bye bye.